Hello, everybody. So I'm Simone Milasas, and welcome here for an Access Consciousness Business Energy Pool. So I'm just going to talk a little bit first, but what I want you to do is just start to expand yourself out and to access this energy that is available to every single one of us on this planet. But when you start to do that, it's like go across the whole entire planet. What if you're aware of everything and everyone? Because one of the things that we refer to here in Access Consciousness is that you're an infinite being. An infinite being is not limited. An infinite being has the capacity to perceive, know, be, and receive everything. And somewhere along the lines, we started to buy the lies that we were limited and that we were pathetic and that we had to try and work everything out and we had to try and get it right whilst judging ourselves that we were wrong. So how many of you have woken up this morning and you have this litany of judgment about yourself, whether it's about your body, which is a very common thing. People wake up and they have this litany of judgment about their bodies. Or then they might go to their money, the money that you don't have, rather than being grateful for the money that you do have. Your business. How many of you wake up and are actually grateful for your business? Or do you start to judge what has not shown up in your business? So here's some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It's like judgment does not create anything greater. It does not create anything greater for your money flows, for your business, for your relationships, for your body, nothing. What if we started to eliminate judgment? Then what could show up? So with the Access Consciousness energy pools, it's really easy. As I'm talking about this, it's like if you're going, how do I do this? It's like, just practice, okay? Because the thing that I'm noticing is if you actually start choosing what's true for you, oh my goodness, it is so amazing what can show up. But how much of your entire life have you chosen based on what somebody else told you you were meant to choose? Which is usually going into judgment of what you've got right and what you've got wrong. What if every single thing you've ever been told you found out was a lie? What if everything you've ever been told about business you found out was a lie? I am the author of a book called Joy of Business, and it is translated into about 16 languages, and every single translator rang me or pinged me when they were translating it and said, Simone, these 3 words don't make sense in our language, joy of business. I was like, they don't make sense in English either. Nobody puts joy of business together, but I did. And the book is filled with tools from Access Consciousness. But the thing that it is mainly about is also empowering you to know that you know. And that is the tagline of Access Consciousness, empowering you to know that you know. So one of my first questions to you would be, what do you know? What capacity do you have that you have not yet acknowledged? Because you know so much. And you also know so much about your business. Now, you don't have to, when I say business, you don't actually have to own a business. It's like you could be working with somebody else, etc. Like whatever it is that you're choosing to bring in some revenue streams. And if you want to take it a little bit further, I also refer to your life is your business and your business is your life. Because how are you going to run your life? Do you wake up in the morning and decide that you're pathetic and that nothing is possible? Or do you wake up in the morning and choose joy, choose happy, choose to be grateful? Those of you who recognize that energy when you wake up in the morning and you've got that level of enthusiasm and this like exhilaration, what if you were waking up with nature and that joy and that gratitude? It's like you were tapping into nature and tapping into the earth and waking up with it. What if that, you even just started with that, that's your new reality? And ask yourself, what is true for you today? And what if you started choosing what was true for you, not what is projected at you that you should be choosing? So a lot of us have these expectations of our business. You start a business and you have these expectations. And when I say business, like I said, throughout these, energy pools, look at it for what works for you. Is it some projects you're working on? Is it an actual business that you own? Is it something that you're contributing, to others? Um, is it just your life? Is it a family? Do you have a bunch of kids in a family? It's like, how do you handle that? That's your business, okay? Your life is your business and your business is your life. Okay, so let's start with this. Whatever that is for you, could be anything. I have quite a few different businesses. Access consciousness is definitely my main gig. And yet I have these other businesses that I ask for contribution and by using the access consciousness tools. So whatever your business is, like whether it's your life, etc., project that you're working on, what I want you to do is put your attention on it. Okay. Just put your attention on it. Now, as you put your attention on it, what shows up? Is there judgment? Is there frustration? Is there joy? Is there anger? Is there what is that energy that shows up? And whatever energy that is that shows up when you put your attention on it, like you're like, how did this end up being my business? How did this end up being my life? That. It's like everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that point of view? Okay. So whatever showed up, destroy and uncreate it. And this is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, provads, and beyonds. And if you don't know what the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement is, I know it's the weirdest thing in the world and it's freaking amazing and awesome and works. Go check out theclearingstatement.com. It's got myself and Dr. Dane here giving you a pretty humorous explanation of what the clearing statement is. But here's the thing. How much is your life meant to be humorous? How much is your business meant to be fun? And oh yeah, guess what? I'm going to use that word again. Joyful, joy of business, joy in business. I mean, what judgments do you have of you in business? What judgments do you have of business? I mean, that word alone is just like people like, no, I'm going to run 1,000,000 miles. What if you didn't run 1,000,000 miles from business and you just woke up and went forth and went, you know what? I'm going to walk straight into this. I'm going to find out what other possibilities are available. I'm done with limiting my life. I'm done with limiting my business. I'm done with attempting to choose what everybody else is telling me that I should be choosing. I'm going to be true to me, true to this business, true for what it is that I'd like to create here on the planet and choose that. And everything that doesn't allow that to show up, we destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, provads, and beyonds. Okay, so now don't have to make it significant. Okay, it's energy, and it's like put your attention on that business. Notice it's a little different now, like the business project, whatever it is, your life. It's and you went, how did that change? Well, you know what? We popped and potted it, the clearing statement, because everything is just about changing the energy. It's like pressing this delete button. It's like delete, delete, delete. All of those thoughts, feelings, emotions, judgments that guess what are not yours start to dissipate. And what would it be like if we lived in a world with no judgment? I'd like to have that. Can we say, yes, please, a world with no judgment? What would you choose today? What would you be in your business? So again, put your attention on the business, and if you want, you can shut your eyes. Not if you're driving. Don't shut your eyes if you're driving. It's like if you want, you can shut your eyes. Now put your attention on the business. And what I want you to do is I want you to pull energy from every single person across the entirety of the planet, right? Pull energy from every single person into your business, into your service, the project, whatever it is, okay? Now, if you're going, how do I pull energy? Just do it. Just ask to pull energy. And I'll give you some practice tools afterwards, okay? So it's like ask to pull energy. Just go with me here. Play with me. It's like pull energy into the business, right? And maybe you've got products or maybe it's a service, whatever it is. And it's like pull energy from everyone all over the entirety of the world. Because what we tend to do is we tend to limit who can show up and who can see our business and who can be our clients, who can be our customers. Because we go, oh, well, I have a retail shop, it's just here. Or I have a restaurant. Or I'm a hairdressing salon. So how would I pull energy from all over the world? Well, that person, who is flying across the world to go somewhere on a holiday needs their hair cut. If you have this energy pull that you've been doing, you're the hairdressing salon that they'll see. because you've just opened up your business to greater possibilities, not finite possibilities of just being like local. This is my region here. Okay. So again, pull massive amounts of energy from everyone all over the world. Breathe, because breathing is good. Your bodies like to breathe. Your business likes to breathe. And pull massive amounts of energy from everyone all over the world into your business, into the products. Okay. And notice how, like, I mean, I'm actually one of the businesses I have is called Antiques and Possibilities. And it's an antique shop and possibilities in Bridging Beach, just up the road from where I live. So I'm using that as my guinea pig today for me. So I'm noticing as I'm pulling massive amounts of energy from everyone all over the entire world, it's like all of the antiques in the shop went, oh, I just woke up. And it's like, because you're giving them a job to do. It's just like, okay, whew, okay, what am I meant to do here? Find your owners, find your clients, find your customers, find the people who are actually willing to pay for you and be grateful for you. Okay. So then ask all those products, the service, whatever it is, like maybe you're a massage therapist and it's like, well, that energy that you are actually contributing to people's bodies, you can tap into that as well. Okay. And so the bodies go, oh, that would be so lovely. Right. So for me, it's like I can almost, feel that all the antiques are like, oh, okay, I'm alive. And then ask every product and every service to engage with that energy because everything has energy. Ask them to engage with that energy and then have these trickles go out across the whole entire world. Okay, so you've pulled all the energy in, you've engaged with the service, the product, etc. Now ask the product, the service, use whatever it is for you. And so I can ask that to just send these trickles of energy across the whole entire world. Every single person who's looking for that product, looking for that service, and every person who isn't even cognitively aware that they're looking for it. Hmm. Notice how that just tapped into a completely different energy? Okay. And ask that product, that service to find its owner, to, call in the clients, the customers, whatever that is. And then when you can perceive that energy that's flowing in into the product, the service, and then flowing out, it's like ask it to equalize the flow. So it has this continuous flow. Okay. Because there is movement in everything. Every molecule on the planet is continuously moving. And then we try and keep things still. Well, we're not meant to be still. We're moving all the time. Notice that? It's like the way you look at things, the way your perspective, it's like your body, everything. Your business desires to have movement as well. Give it the movement that it's asking for, right? So ask the products, the service, etc., to equalize that flow and have this flow. And now, what I want you to do as well is once you can perceive that energy like it's flowing, let's just be with that for a moment. Okay, let's increase it. Because you did about 10%, 20%. Let's increase it. Pull massive amounts of energy from all over the world into your business and ask the business so that little trickles go out to every single person who's looking for it, those who don't even realize that they're looking for it. And then ask your business to equalize the flow, to have this flow. And then I wanted to include something else here as well. Can you include the whole entire planet? What can you receive from the earth and the planet that you haven't been willing to receive? And everything at that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot all nine, shorts, boys, proverbies, and beyonds. And what can the earth contribute to your business? Notice a different energy. What can your business contribute to the earth? Damn, I like that energy too. And everything at that is times godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot all nine, shorts, boys, proverbies, and beyonds. And here's the thing. Do you realize when you actually use these energy pools, you're not alone? You've actually never been alone, but we spend our entire lives trying to prove that we are alone and we can do it on our own and we don't need anyone else. Well, it's true. You don't need anyone else. But what if you're willing to receive? And receiving is a whole other animal. Receiving is something entirely different. And what if you just practice these random acts of receiving and allow yourself to be engaged with these energy pools and allow the ease of your business and the success that your business is actually asking for. The mantra of access consciousness is all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. So again, let's engage, like put your attention on your business, projects, whatever it is. And it could be something in the future as well. You could be doing these energy pools with an idea that you have, because you have these generative ideas that are just like, oh, that. And it's like, you can also do these energy pools with that, showing you, because a lot of the times people start to do this thing of going, oh, I have this great idea, and they kill it because they try and work it out. It's not about working it out. It's about being in question and be willing to follow the demand and follow the energy. What is that generative idea asking for? What is your business asking for? And what if it was just the beginning of what was possible? So I want you to practice these random acts of receiving. The next time someone acknowledges you, acknowledges your business, receive it. The next time somebody desires to gift you something, what if you received it? Because we tend to live in this give and take world, which is a very transactional world. Well, what if that wasn't the world that we could choose? What if we created a different future and it wasn't about this transactional world? It was about a gifting and receiving. And yeah, money comes into it, but what if we didn't make money so significant? What if money was just something fun that we played with and we were willing to have way too much money and never enough? And everything it doesn't allow that to show up for all of you. With ease, joy, and glory, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot all nine, shorts, boys, provads, and beyonds. Okay, so play with these energy pools. I have a series of energy pools coming up. We're going to do 5 energy pools, business energy pools, so including business, your life, money, etc. So if you're interested in that, I'm sure there's going to be details here that we can show you. And for now, play this over and over again and practice. And anywhere that you think, I don't know what's going on, I don't get this, don't make it significant. Play with the energy. Just play with the energy and see what else can show up. So thank you so much for joining me here, and maybe I'll get to see you somewhere in the world soon. Bye-bye.